Yeah, hello and welcome to this month SimulMaster show. June is not yet very old, just 2 days, and I recently read that May was one of the hottest Mays ever. Don't know if I really felt that, but yeah, the good weather is taking its toll. We don't have that many players joined yet in the Simul, so I'll hope we'll get a couple of late joiners. So we are starting like any minute, and also welcome to all of you who watch on YouTube, not in the later archive. Are we starting? I think we should, right? Okay. I haven't yet see the game started. Norway chess is over for today. I don't know anybody around there to tell me what happened. I thought that Fabiano Caruana was winning against Sergei Karjakin, and the rest looked like a draw, or was a draw. Well, probably this is how it ended. I didn't see the end of it. Yeah, we're not yet starting. Something is off there. Interesting. I don't know. I think we're probably having a technical issue. Okay. Weird. I thought I've done that before. Anyway, it seems like something I did here technically stopped the Simul from starting. So hope we're going to start soonish. I've done that before though, so I don't really think that is the reason for what happened. So let's see. Yeah, okay, we'll see what happens. Yeah, so much for artificial intelligence. Yeah, the bot is acting up. Even simple things like a Simul bot is not working right. And we are planning to let those things, I don't know, drive our cars, fly our planes. Should be cautious there. I'm ready, at least for a long Simul event. I've got a quite large mug of tea, and I have an even larger teapot. So it if it takes longer, I'm totally ready to go. So yeah, Simul bot is still acting up. I don't know about you, but it depends how old you are, probably. But if you're a little bit older, like I'm 44 now, but if you're in your 40s or late 30s, maybe also somewhat younger, you probably remember what happened in a game once, a football game in the Champions League. I think it was it Real Madrid against Dortmund, where in Madrid they didn't have a goal. The goal was like tumbling over, and they couldn't play because, well, there's no goal. And the announcers had to somehow fill the space, fill the gap of action. There was not much happening until they had somehow found a new goal that they could set up. And I feel a little bit like that. It's not as bad, and I don't have that big an audience, but it's kind of comparable. Now, what's going on there? Oh yeah, we opened up a new Simul. Okay. yeah, drinking hot tea in the summer is something that would have felt a little bit weird to me a while ago, but I think it's quite good. It actually helps. Green tea is excellent, pretty much regardless of the season. Yeah, what else is there to talk about? Yeah, it seems the bot is still acting up. Yeah, I don't know. We probably need a bit of patience there until it is working out fine. Yeah, what happened to me in the meantime? What can I tell you? Got one piece of advice for every one of you who is living in a somewhat older building. I mean, you have an apartment, condo, whatever it was is called. And if it is an older house, an older building, always check for the walls. Check when there are walls with pipes behind them, like in your bathroom, in your kitchen. Yeah, because what happened to me is not really all that great. The house that I'm living in, it's I've got a flat, so to say, not a standalone house. And whatever, it is from 1969, so close to 50 years old. And it has really old pipes, still the pipes that were laid when the house was built close to 50 years ago. And when I returned home 1 week ago, exactly 1 week ago actually, I spotted a huge spot on the kitchen wall, of wetness. There was a breakdown of one of the pipes, and now they had to tear the wall down, not the Berlin Wall, the wall between my bathroom and the kitchen, and it's a whole mess. Everything is the kitchen. My bathroom sink is I don't know, sitting in the living room, and it's a complete chaos around here. And watch out for wet spots on your walls. It can be absolutely troublesome. I couldn't actually see the spot when it was smaller, because it was behind one of my kitchen shelves. Only when it became so huge, that you see the coming from the sides of the shelf, like, okay, what is that? Then you see how big that spot of wetness already is. That was pretty much of a disaster. Aha, we're still somehow hanging. Okay. This will be a postal chess simule. No, you can do it by mail or something. Do it very 70s style, 80s style. I've got enough tea, but I'm probably running out of things to tell you. There's a question from the chat by Tori Dawson. Have I ever tried a chaga tea made from a mushroom? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm currently mostly drinking green tea and is that in English? Is that black tea? I guess. Yeah, we say schwarzer Tee in German. So Darjeelings mostly in the morning, and I drink green tea in the afternoon and in the evening. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but again, all those any technical solution can fail. I'm currently watching how we try to fix the whole thing. I mean, we is wrong. I'm not in this. I have no clue about the technical side of things. But Sandro, our admin, is trying to fix it. Ooh, complicated. Complicated. Yeah, there's such a large variety of teas. It's really pretty remarkable. Unfortunately, the tea shop that I was buying my tea from had to close down about 2 weeks ago. Didn't have enough customers, unfortunately. Really, it was a very nice place. But, yeah, are we going to get this Simul started? Not yet. I got some questions in the chat. That's good. Ralph asks, what do I think about Capablanca's playing style? Haven't thought about it in recent times. Okay, I have to watch a little bit for the technical side here of things. If I have to do something, I don't think I have. Okay, I think we're going to do it without a bot. Yeah, Capablanca's playing style. I don't know. What do you think about it? What Capablanca basically was doing is playing in a somewhat how do you call it? I don't think he had a super distinct playing style in a way, because he was basically naturally talented enough to do everything on a good level. I mean, he had his attacking games and so on, but definitely he's more known for playing well in technical positions and so on. Some of that, however, is a bit of a cliche. If you look at his games a little bit more closely, he has those technically strong games, but he also had some pretty dreadful end games. I mean, no other way to tell it. I mean, people nowadays oftentimes somehow have a somewhat I don't know if that's the word, glorified view of old players, but in all honesty, if you look at the games they made, sometimes lots of mistakes by today's standards. I mean, Capablanca, for example, if you compare his error rate to a modern day player, it's a lot higher, really a lot higher. Still, of course, it's interesting to watch his games and study his games, because he oftentimes had a very instructive way of converting advantages. There are many games that are still exemplary, even for today's standards in terms of technical conversion. He had many games where he played somewhat subpar opposition. Okay, I have to do some stuff here. Wait. Cannot multitask that. Yeah, he had lots of games against somewhat subpar opposition. That is really nice to study nowadays, because it is oftentimes the kind of thing that you would wait just a second. I'm not sure that things are working here. Cannot observe this game. Okay, I have to do something here technically. Sorry guys, I have to do some stuff. So that we actually can broadcast things. I think I have to re-log on here and do some things. Wait. Sorry about that, but it's not easy to get this on the road at all. So we've got this. Okay, so we should have a board now, right? Yeah, we have a board against Neuron Chess and ESP Spilva. This is a blitz game. People challenge me now to blitz games. This is fantastic. Okay, let's abort that one. Okay, no blitz games, please. Okay, now I got this game against Trivial Pursuit. I think this one is for real, yeah. So we finally get a game on the road. I'm going to go 1e4 and see what happens. So this is the first game, yeah. So I'm going to get new games added as they come along, but for the moment I'm going to stick to this game because it's the only one going. So I'm going to go for 4 knights, Scotch 4 knights. Yeah, here black is usually simply taking on d4. It is the most common move. Bishop b4 is the only interesting alternative. d6 is very passive. Not like unplayable, but not the kind of move you are happy to play. I'm a bit surprised that he actually takes a moment there. Yeah, the only other move like Bishop before d6 is the only alternative to taking, and taking is by far most popular. Okay, now he went d6. This is a little bit uncommon. Bishop b4 is more popular. I think bishop b5 is good. We're transposing to a Spanish opening, a Ruy Lopez opening. And here queen to f3 is the most testing move. The idea is that I have e4, e5. Okay, now it switches to Pearl Hacker, and I'm going to go e4 here as well. And we got a Scandinavian. I'm taking it, of course. And okay, interpose check is the next new game. And okay, knight c3 here. Against bishop e7, I'm going to go e5. This is the problem there for black. ES Pilver here, going e4 again, and Pearl Hacker is just returning to d8, after which d4 is good, normal, tested, all those things. Sicilian, I go knight f3, c6, c6, it's an interesting move order. How do you play that? Knight f3, bishop g4. I can't play h3. How do you play against this? Bishop c4 certainly comes into consideration. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Bishop f5. Yeah, and let's do it. Okay, interpost check went for the French. I go d4. And bishop b5 against ES Pilver. What's the name? E Spilver, ESP Ilva, I don't know. Okay. Okay, so I have to sort my screen a little bit. Yeah, Max, this is the line where Queen d3 was good. Yeah, in the Trivial Pursuit game. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if he would have taken with the bishop, Queen d3 is very strong actually. Okay, where is my move? I have to here. Yeah, against interpost check. I was looking forward to a French, and now we don't get a French, but he actually went for b6, so bishop b3 is my choice. Yeah, here, I vaguely recollect that bishop f7 now is an interesting move. Because king takes, queen f3 is an awkward pin. I don't know. Knight f3 is going to go e6. It's a bit of a peculiar move order. I wonder if h4 is a move. I know it looks a bit odd, but okay, come on, let's develop. Knight d7 here. Okay, I go c3. Bishop b7, knight f3 is normal, and knight d5 by Trivial Pursuit. So he's giving up a pawn, which is the relatively best decision actually here. So I'm taking this and I'm going to recapture here once he takes. Neuron chess, I stick with my e4. Oops. Okay, and I'm going to retake on d5. Okay, a Sicilian, I go knight f3, of course. Yeah, that's probably true. Marcus in the chat says, and that Scandinavian, probably every move was good. This is possible, yeah. Okay, here I go d4 for a true open Sicilian. That's always a challenge for me. I'm okay with my repertoire, my bishop b5s and so on. Okay, go f3 here against the knight off. And here c5 by interpost check. Yeah, c3 I guess. Let's support the center. And e6 by neuron chess. So here we're going to get an English attack. where I'm probably not going to play in the best possible way, simply because I don't know it. I got a brand new book today in the mail, the part 2 and part 3 of the Playing E4 series by Quality Chess by John Shaw and his authoring team. And they have the English attack against everything almost, yeah. Bishop E3, F3 in the Sicilian, which is a very sensible suggestion for sure. Okay, D takes E5. That's interesting because I have queen takes, but I also have knight to C6, which looks far more attractive if you ask me, unless I'm blundering stuff. Because knight C6, if he takes, he's going to have to play without castling. And if he moves the queen, that's also crap. Yeah, so knight C6 is strong. Okay, knight C6 here by Neuron Chess. Okay, G5 is kind of a no-brainer. Castling seems normal here. I have to tidy up my windows a little bit. Yeah, knight D7 here by Neuron Chess. Yeah, how do you go here with white? Queen D2, Queen E2. Those moves look fine. You can also play H4 and claim that you don't need to move the queen. Black will most likely take on D4 and play B5. I don't really see much else. Yeah, maybe I can take in one go. Yeah, queen takes, he has to go king F8. So I take, go back. And bishop E7 by Neuron Chess. Yeah, so here I could go H5, simply continuing this assault. Or play a queen move. Let's play the queen. Okay, king to D8, to F8 by Trivial Pursuit. So what to do? Castling is by far the most natural move. Yeah, let's do it. Cannot move the queen. And D4 here against Spilva. Okay, rook to B8. That was kind of expected. So what now? The most normal looking move is bishop E3, simply developing this and rook D1 on the cards. It also prevents any rook B6s. I cannot believe that black can take on B2. It's a hard one to believe. Yeah, okay, bishop E3 is normal. Okay, knight D7 by Pearl Hacker. Okay. G4 is an interesting shot. He cannot take it because of bishop takes F7. So he would have to go to G6. However, then I don't know exactly what to do. Okay. H4 would threaten G4. Come on, let's do it. C4 here by interposed check. That's an interesting choice. I mean, he's going to lose quite a bit of time. If I take here, takes on E4, that is going to be slow. But he trades C against E-pawn. I think I'm just keeping this. It's easier. Okay, bishop G6 quickly played. Yeah, knight H4, as Marcus suggests in the chat, was an idea here as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I was wondering here if I can play more powerfully, but it's probably not easily possible. If I go d5 in this game here, is that a move? It prevents e6, takes, queen takes. I'm going for this. Let's play actively. Queen d6 was not on my radar, unfortunately, and it is a decent move. Okay, I don't want to trade queens. This is clear. Go to c3 maybe. Yeah? Queen b4, I can take c7, and I have rook d1 next. So let's do that. Okay, there are not that many boards. We had a pretty small crowd anyway. I think one thing is yeah, it's the excellent weather. Yeah, if you can go to the beer garden or play a Simul, what are you doing? Probably the beer garden. Anyway, so yeah, this is a very sound setup here by E.S. Spilva against my bishop b5 Sicilian. This e6 d6 is very flexible, and what I'm doing is I'm basically going for full development. Yeah, I go knight d2 f1 g3, and basically say I'm playing a Spanish. What are you doing? It's not a bad recipe. It's easy to play. Okay, is it nowhere my move? Hard to believe, but it's possible. Yeah, it's nowhere my move. Now E.S. Spilva has castled. Makes a lot of sense, of course. I'm going with knight d2. Interesting is, or interesting, I mean, worth pointing out is that many players would consider to develop the bishop first and then put the knight over, because with knight d2, where shouldn't you connect rooks? Okay, but the bishop on c1 is just as well placed here as it is on f4 or on some other square. It is on the same diagonal and controls as many squares, so there's really no rush to develop this piece. Queen c7 by Pearl Hacker, that's interesting. So he allows me to take, and essentially says he takes with the pawn. You cannot take with the queen on c6 after bishop b5. This is just not going to work. On the other hand, I'm taking this. Okay, b5 by interposed check. Okay, I'll just castle. Marcus says he was about to go to bed and then noticed the Simul was going on. You're going to bed at 8. That's early. It's really early. Do you have to work tomorrow? I actually have to work tomorrow, but it's starting at 11, fortunately. Okay, so here rook d1 is very normal looking. Which rook? The f rook, probably. Okay, black is going to go, I don't know what he's going to go. It looks pretty awful. Pretty much no matter what. I spot an interesting line. Okay, let's have some fun. Rook d1, queen b4, queen e5, queen takes b2, rook d8 check, bishop takes, bishop c5, and I'm winning. That's mate, actually. Okay. Yeah, well, okay, this makes sense anyway. Let's play it. Queen c7. Now I have to pay attention, because after c takes in this game, I want to be able to take with the c pawn. I don't want to take with the knight. I want to keep the full center. So I have to watch out. I think knight f1 should be able to allow me to take with the c pawn. Okay, he goes queen to e6. Okay, that is a very weak back rank. Rook d8. If I play bishop c5, I'm threatening mate. Rook d8 mate. So after bishop c5, what is black's move? He cannot take it. Rook d8 is also winning the rook, like after f6 or so. Bishop b5 is definitely not a bad move. I mean, I would be surprised if it is bad. Yeah, let's do it. He took with the queen. That's, I don't know. I don't think that can work. Okay, rook c8 by Spilver. Again, he's threatening to take. I have to really make sure that I can take with the pawn, so I'm putting the bishop here on d3. He's going f6. That gives me the rook, right? Yeah, Marcus g6 probably. Yeah, but this is winning. I'm winning the rook here against Trivial Pursuit. Okay, queen to e6 by Pearl Hacker. I actually completely missed that. I missed that move completely. That he's got this check. Okay, yeah, bishop e3, I guess. Yeah, queen e2 makes no sense to me. Yeah, bishop e3. I mean, queen e6 is not the end of the world, but I simply did not appreciate that the move is possible. I would have liked to actively, let's say, dismiss that this is dangerous. Yeah, and we have a resignation. Euron Chess has somehow resigned. That was not really... Oh no, it is disconnected. Okay. Okay, e5 by Spilver. Okay, I don't want to take or... yeah, no. Taking is giving black c4. I have this move. Knight to f5. Let's put this on the table and see how he reacts to it. Yeah, Trivial Pursuit has indeed resigned after rook d8. That was the win of the rook. And we'll see if Neuron Chess is reconnecting. Yeah, here in this game, the knight on g3 intends to go to to f5, and black not sure if he wants to go g6. This is not a very happy move to play. Weakening quite a bit. In general, I'm not so sure about e6 to e5 in this position because it was not really a necessary move. The structure in itself is not too bad for black, but you give up f5 and you don't really get that much in return. It is not necessary at all to play it. Okay, knight e7 by interpose check. Yeah, this is maybe a good moment to play a4 because b4, yeah, anyway, he cannot play b4. Okay, he has taken on d4. You can interpose knight f5, but okay, that doesn't help. Huh? Bishop f8 is going to be played anyway, so I'm going to just recapture. C takes, knight takes, gives the other knight access to f5. Maybe this is still an idea. Hey, it's still an idea. Takes, knight c5, possible. In any case, I need new tea, fresh tea. Okay, so here I was going a4 last. b4 I just take. Okay, a6 looked like the most obvious move. I was wondering if knight a3 is an idea. However, this is not attacking b5 because of the rook pinning. Yeah, that actually does not make much sense. What does he do next here in this game? What does he play next? d5, I don't know. Knight c6, I have d5. That doesn't work. Bishop g5, I kind of like. Threatening. Even d5 immediately is an idea. That's definitely a huge compensation. Like d5, e takes, knight takes, rook e1, check, bishop takes. That's pretty terrible. I don't have to do it. Okay, I'm just developing. Pinning. Yeah, okay, c4 by E.S. Spilver. Is it a difference if I go like c2 and b1? Is there a difference? c2 looks more natural so that the rooks are closer to being connected. Yeah, I think that must be right. Bishop c2. And a6 by Pearl Hacker. Okay, a couple of interesting things. If I take it and trade everything off, yeah, at the end I have long castles and this attack is going to be terrible, yeah. But I cannot believe that this is best. I should have something better even. I have moves like knight d4 and knight g5. I mean, the queen is covering the d7 knight. That's the only cover. Okay, if I go, what about knight d4, queen to d6? Is there a way like bishop f4 or something? I don't know. It really feels like I should be able to mate directly, or I actually believe that simply taking twice on d7 and long castles will end up in a quick win, but it feels like I should have more. Knight g5, there's always queen to d6, and well, yeah, that's good, huh? But it doesn't feel like the best. Maybe I'm overlooking something simple, which wouldn't be untypical. I tend to do that. Thinking about something complicated and I have a simple win. I mean, this is winning, I think. So let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, f6 played by interposed check. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Okay, h4. It's okay. Here I'm taking this, of course. And a5 by E.S. Spilver. Okay, knight f5. He's going to drop to f8. The thing is, the move e5 is getting closer, really getting closer to working. And this is not going to be easy for him to meet. Knight f5, bishop f8. Against e5, he will always take on f3 and then take e5. There's a little bit of pressure there. So I have to do it in a way that e5 is not going to blunder material. blunder e5, I mean. I can always go bishop f4 or something like that. That's not never going to be bad, but it doesn't feel like the most powerful solution. Not bad though. My rook on d1 is probably better placed on e1. This is something that I can do that. Okay, so I have the check or long castles check. A knight e5 check or long castles. I think long castles should be fine. Let's do it. Check. Okay, knight g6 by interpose check. I'm going to drop this back. Even though he's not threatening to take it, really, because knight takes, I have queen h5 coming. I don't need to move it. Yeah, but I want to. I don't need to, but I want to. Yeah, maybe. Marcus says bishop f4 in that in the ESP silver game. Yeah, it's possible. I wasn't really sure. Bishop f4, I mean, it develops a piece and so on. It probably was not a bad move. Bishop f8 is good. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to play e5, but at the end there's rook e8. That's not so great. Okay, let's develop. A setup with bishop on f4, rook a1, queen d2, and then e5 is pretty strong. Yeah, I've got only a handful of games, but this way you can look at them a little bit more. Yeah, here it's hard. It's really hard to give black some advice here. Knight c6 does not work due to d5. The bishop cannot be developed easily, and in general my threat is d5. d5 limiting him. b4, okay. Well, you have a couple of things that you can try. If I take, I develop black. I don't really like that at first sight. Knight d2, b3, I don't know. That a move that I liked or that I initially liked, the way to phrase it, is b3, completely opening up this queen side. Black might take on b3, take e4. I mean, it's not a big deal. b4 is actually a bit better than I thought at first. Maybe just this, actually. I mean, how does he cover the pawn? Let's do it. Okay, king e8 by Pearl Hacker. Knight d5 threatens mate. Is there any way for him to stop that mate? Rook c8. Which actually threatens rook takes c2. h4 is also a move. Threatening to trap the bishop. Yeah, knight d5, rook c8. It's not so clear. Okay, go h4. Queen b6. No, sorry, that I don't believe. I don't believe you can afford a move like that. I would be surprised at least. So what to do? e5, e5, rook e8 is annoying, really is. Okay, I'm going to. You can go d5, queen d2, d5, e5, queen, bishop b4. Yeah, that is not very convincing. That is not easy, not so easy. After queen d2, d5, e5, bishop b4, I'm going to have compensation for the exchange even, that's absolutely clear. But I'm not sure if that is really the best way to play. It's going to be pretty good compensation actually. Yeah, I can centralize, sure. Marcus says rook 81, yeah, that's the normal move. Then rook e8, I guess. You can do it. I mean, that was my main candidate, but okay, I have to go to b1. This is not so great, you know, bishop on b1, but so here I will win the tempo with knight to e5. It's hard to believe that this is not a useful tempo. He has to move the bishop again. So let's do it. He cannot allow knight takes g6, fg6. That's not possible. So, how do you win? Yeah, d5. Okay, I was thinking that this might happen, but I take. And now if he takes with the piece, I mean queen takes bishop e4 doesn't work. Yeah, pawn takes cannot work. Rook e1, that must be devastating. With the light squares. And bishop takes queen e2 also looks dreadful. I don't see how he keeps the whole structure intact. I think those pawns on c4 and b3, they're simply not supported enough. Yeah, that cannot work. Okay, here queen e2, I was thinking, makes the most sense. Simply, I'm attacking c4. And he allows me to take that. Ooh, wah. Ouch. Okay, nah, I take, come on. Or let's just for a moment think about alternatives. Nah, come on. Taking is good. No markets, it's fine. Yeah, this is just such a structural achievement to take on g6. It's you kind of have to do that. The question is, however, what next? I'm not entirely sure. C3 knight on e5 would be great. Okay, the first thing to answer is, what about the g4 pawn? Is that something that is that a pawn that I have to protect, for example, or what to do? A move that instantly came to my attention is rook d4. c4 is a really nice square for this rook, for example. Yeah, I like this idea. Let's do it. Yeah, rook e8 was played, and I was intending queen to d2, after which d5 again is a move. Is black? Yeah, black is threatening to take on e4. The alternative is e5, which doesn't feel correct, yeah, with the queen and rook sitting on the e file. Yeah, it's not. This is not so easy. Queen d2 looks okay, but there's d5, and I'm not so sure there. d5, e5, bishop b4. If this is enough. Queen d2, d5, e5, bishop b4, queen c1, bishop takes e1. E takes f6. Bishop b4 back. I just wonder, yeah, because there could be some attacking possibilities in this position based on h7 and so on, but I don't really get it to work. It's not all that great. I don't quite know what to do. I mean, I see queen to f1 as a simple kind of solution to the queen and rook on the same file, but it's not a move that you want to play. You want to play queen d2, but after d5 you kind of have to sack the exchange. I don't really see anything else. d5, e5, and that exchange sack, yeah, it's not totally convincing. Yeah, not happy about it. Okay, e6 here by the Pearl Hacker. Yeah, rook c4. I was thinking about this. Yeah, just a very good square. However, b5 is not all that clear. g4 is hanging. And he's got bishop c5. Maybe rook d4 wasn't as good as I thought. I don't like it that much anymore. Ouch. Yeah, I probably should have played something simple as usual, yeah, f3 or so, and I'm just better. Rook d4 looked like trying for something more powerful, and now you kind of regret this choice. It's not a big deal. Rook e1 maybe. Yeah, come on. Okay, he went rook to c8 here. Yes, Spilver did. One thing that I can do now, and that was on my mind when I went queen f1, is to change the whole pawn structure with d5. That is something that makes a bit of sense, actually. I get the d4 square. Bishop e3, d4, this kind of thing. Still don't like that queen, of course, but it's hard to improve. Okay, I have to make a decision. Queen c8 by interpose check. Yeah, the simplest way of doing it is bishop to e4. Trade off the defender. Yeah, that's good. Let's do it. Yeah, here I was thinking rook c4. Basically, yeah, threatening, forcing him to take on e3, and after takes, rook takes, e6 is going to be hard to defend. Okay, king f7. Yeah, rook e1 is the most normal move. You can also yeah, rook e1. Let's do it. Need this piece. After this sorry, trade on d5, there is no issue anymore with the bishop on b1 entombed. Okay, we'll just take. Yeah, now that looks a little bit better. How does he actually cover e6? I don't think he can. I don't think he can do that. King e7, rook c7. I always have rook c7. And he also cannot castle anymore. That's actually not unimportant. Like short castles, I mean, not great, but would be one of the better choices if it would be legal, but he has moved the king already. Yeah, now this rook looks good, yeah? Covering g4. Don't see a good move here. The trickiest game is this one against ES Spilvan. Yeah, I don't know. Black has this 3 against 2 that he now sets into motion. Okay, bishop a4 is actually an interesting move now. I instantly like this decision. Yeah, bishop a4 is annoying. Yeah, that is a strong move, almost certainly strong. It gives him problems with this pin and the square on c6. Yeah, let's do it. And it's one of those moves that you probably can only make now. One move later, he's got the knight on c5 or bishop on a6 or something, and then you cannot do it anymore. Yeah, it's not easy now. Knight d4, c6 is an idea, and bishop g5. This kind of situation. Okay, yeah, rook d3 and then invasion, or you can also play rook d4 and yeah. Okay. How to do it? Knight a4. There is knight d5. That's probably not great. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, I now see that bishop a6 is actually aimed at my queen. And my queen has no squares. Huh. That's really odd. That's odd. If I go bishop e3, where does he go? I would like him to go to a square where the queen is not protecting the bishop. I mean, bishop e3, queen b7, bishop c6. The oddest thing would be bishop e3 and he just plays c3. That would be kind of shocking. Yeah, but I can take b6, so yeah, that doesn't work. Okay, knight d5. So Pearl Hacker simply gives me a pawn. Kind of understandable in a way. King e8 was not very nice. Yeah, I think I'm grabbing it. It's hard to not take this pawn. Okay, bishop to e7. So here I can take on d5, king e6. The alternative is to take with the other rook. Like rook c4 to d4 now, or to c5. d5 will drop anyway. Yeah, but okay, taking cannot be bad. Let's do it. It's a Simul. So bishop e3. It goes queen to b7. Yeah, I was thinking bishop c6 now. That I wonder if he can. I mean, he can sack the exchange, but got 94 with a tempo at the end. It's kind of hard to believe. Okay, let's do it. King e6. So here, where to go? Where to go? Here, probably. Yeah, here h4 is threatening h5. Knight move, bishop d5, queen e7. So trying to increase the pressure. It's going to be difficult for black here. I don't see a good move in this position. Okay, rook f8 here by Pearl Hacker. If I go rook e4 here, king f6, rook f3 mate. A funny mate. But okay, you will go to f7. Yeah. But then I can check with rook d7 and double on the 7th. That should be fine, let's say. Okay, I mean that is a pretty hopeless position. Yeah, this game is still not clear to me. I wonder if he goes, yeah, if he goes to b8, okay, this first. So check here, rook d7, king back, rook e7. Let's do it. Rook e8. Yeah, that's one of the better tries for sure. Yeah, so I can go h5 and push this back to f8. I don't quite see the direct knockout. Trying to find something direct, but don't quite see it. Huh. Yeah, come on, h5. And here rook e7 must be good. So he sacrificed the exchange. I kind of expected that. The other moves looked really passive. And here, yeah, I was thinking knight h4 was my idea, to get knight f5 ideas into the position and queen g4 and so on. So I do that. f5 I can just take. Okay, he has taken on f2, Perlacker. Okay, grab this. Yes, Marcus, you're right. a5, rook a4. That's something interesting. I've considered it, but I want to go for kill. Yeah, if we here we can. Marcus was saying a5 and rook a4. This is the weakness on c4. Yeah, the c4 weakness. But then that is not bad. But my idea is knight f5. I want to go knight f5, and you cannot take with the pawn as the bishop is hanging. And the other thing is that the knight on f3 was not great. And if I go queen f3, I'm also increasing the pressure here quite a lot. So there was a couple of good things, I think. Okay, here c3 is still black's idea. Knight d4 is the most obvious move, like with the tempo on the queen, but well, queen goes b7 or so. And I'm not totally certain what this accomplished. He also has a bit of pressure on e4, so that pawn in some cases at least could drop. Not so easy to take, but it's possible that this can happen. Okay. Yeah, in general, this is not the end of the world, even if c3 hits. If I can move the queen somewhere and he takes on b2, I'm going to get the b2 pawn. And it's not a huge concern, let's say. I just don't quite yet know what the right way is to do that. Queen e2, he might take e4. I mean, that is probably just hanging. Not so easy. Knight d4, there is also queen a4, which however is not threatening c3 anymore. Yeah, it's probably the most natural move anyway. Okay, Pearl Hacker went to h8. Okay, I can go rook h7, rook g7 and take g6. It's probably going to be enough. Just taking g6 is also not bad. Yeah, that is just not just easiest. Okay, knight f7 played. Okay, and knight d7, I mean, I'm sorry, was played now. So knight f5, bishop takes e4, queen takes e4, e6 takes f5, queen d5. That's going to be a disaster. Yeah, not sure though. Come on, let's not overthink things. It looks attractive, let's play it. Rook e8. Okay, take first, think later, or I guess so. Yeah, I think at the end just the best that black can do is double, like on the second, and if I cover it, it should be fine. I shouldn't just miss the mate. Like rook to c7 or something is going to cover the c pawn. And I'm 3 pawns up, so that should be enough. Yeah, I get some hints in the chat, and this is sometimes a bit tricky because you don't want to play the hinted line, but if it is the only line, I kind of have to. It could be the case here. Yeah, what's happening in this game? Interpose check. Yeah, knight f5, it's not... I'm not sure. This is not really threatening something directly, maybe. Maybe in the queen g4 or something. But I mean, it looks attractive. Yeah, this is still tricky. If he goes queen to a4, he's not threatening much. Okay, it's taken. So yeah, knight takes e7. Yeah, that's indeed a threat. Yeah. Okay, I'll take with the queen now. That was the idea. And black cannot take the knight now due to queen d5 check. Okay, now I really think there should be something good here. I mean, something better than just an advantage. I can take e7, rook takes, bishop d6, rook moves somewhere, take f8, take h7. That's going to... it's probably going to win. Yeah, but... is there anything else? Yeah, black is threatening to take the knight now. Definitely. Tja. Okay. So here, is there something better than rook to rook c7? Probably not. And the next thing I play rook b6, take b7. So just picking up everything step by step. Yeah, I feel queen b7 or queen a8 have to be the moves. Queen a4. The issue is that if you go to a4, you're not threatening to move the c pawn anymore, as a6 is unprotected. And you don't really threaten to take a2, I think, because then the queen is running very short on squares. There might even be a queen trap around. And there is b3, of course, and queen a4, b3, pawn to b3. That is probably the biggest argument. a5. Okay. I don't want to allow any further trades, even though, yeah, let's do it. Rook h6 to b6 takes b7. That's going to be the end of this game, probably. Okay, here, bishop d6. The other thing here is bishop to c5. That is also going to be an issue for him. But simply getting h7 is an issue. Is very bad for black. Rook to f4. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of pointless to really cover anything there. I go here and win the b7 pawn. Yeah. Just too many pawns. Yeah, grab g4. Take b7, and you went to b7. So here probably f3 is correct. He always can try to get a knight to d3. That's simply unavoidable, I guess. Okay, rook e8. So taking this and then take the knight, take h7. I mean, it's a little bit odd. Isn't that stronger somehow? I feel it's stronger, and I want the c4 pawn. It's an a5 and knight c4. Yeah, this is stronger. This is just stronger. Okay. What next? I don't have to give it up immediately. Let's push this pawn. Yeah, if we go back to this quickly, if he moves this knight on b6, I'm taking c4, immediately threatening knight d6 with an enormous fork. And I'm also threatening a5, push this knight away, take c4. So this is better than bishop f8, I think. Yeah, it looks pretty dreadful. Okay, rook g5, yeah, I keep it. I got 3 extra pawns. It's really a lot. Yeah, this is mate, right? It should be a mate. Yeah, knight d7. I can go knight. No, a5 is what I wanted to do, right? a5. Take c4 at the end. Yeah, a5. Yeah, and check. Check. And rook h8 mate. And mate. Yeah, thanks for the game, Pearl Hacker. Yeah, I think the opening here was the issue with the early c6 and so on. I think knight f6, bishop g4 is indeed quite sound there. Okay, I'm taking this, and now the knight is attacked twice. Knight c5 played. I don't consider this to be so easy. The knight on d3 is going to be a real annoyance. I'm unsure what to do. I actually don't see a move that is really satisfactory. It's always threatening knight d3, rook e2, c3. I mean, jumping to f5 is what looks most obvious, but got c3. Yeah, there's simply no way to cover the light squares. I mean, you deal with this in a dynamic way. If you put anything onto e2, knight d3 is going to trap the exchange immediately. Knight d4, f5, something active probably. c3, yeah, you got c3. Anyway, I have to do something. Yeah, knight d7. So what to do now? If I take on c4, queen takes probably. Yeah, I've got rook d1. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, he took with the queen. So now rook d1 attacks the knight and threatens rook d6 check. It should be very strong. Yeah, ES says a bottomless well of tea. It's not entirely bottomless, but it's a pretty huge pot. It really is. That's a 2-liter pot. That's pretty nice. It's good for a very long evening. Yeah, knight to d3 was played here. Yeah, rook e2. I intended to give the exchange, of course, but I'm just checking if if rook e2 is some sort of option or not. Okay, he's got this d3 pawn. Okay, nice, but maybe there is still some fight left in this. The thing that is most annoying is that I wanted to play queen f2, but I did not really see that he can go d5. As I don't have e5. Yeah, there's not much choice. Come on, let's do it. Rook c8, Marcus says. Yeah, it also looks very attractive. I can go knight d5, knight d4 against rook c8. Not ideal, but yeah, this still feels like I'm winning the exchange at least. Knight d6 and rook takes d7. Yeah, here I'm expecting d5. If he would allow me to play bishop d4 just like that, like some slow move. This might be interesting because the combination of bishop on d4 and knight on f5 is somewhat dangerous against the king side. Okay, he's gone rook c8. Knight d4 is not exactly what I wanted to do, but rook c2 is obviously quite a problem. Okay, let's do this and go for queen to h4. Okay, knight e5 by interpose check. If I take it, I mean, okay, I can play knight d6 and win the exchange, all nice and good, but if I take the knight, if I take the knight and check and rook on the 7th, it looks pretty strong. Let's take it. Okay, and now I was thinking check on b7. He cannot play the rook, then the rook a drops. You would have to move the king and then rook d7. No, cannot cover g7. Yeah, that's pretty strong. I know h7 was hanging, but that looks completely decisive. Yeah, that should be winning. Rook d7 now, or rook on the 3rd. Also going to be strong, like rook d3 or rook e3. Yeah, but this is good, yeah? That's a good move. Rook c2, of course. So I was thinking queen to h4. And then maybe I have some chances with bishop d4. Yeah, I got some attacking potential here. I don't really expect him to falter, but you never know. There are ideas. Yeah, Marcus expects d5. He takes the pawn, actually. Well, bishop d4. I wanted to do this anyway. Yeah, let's do it. Come on, play for the attack. Yeah, queen to f8 here by interpose check. Yeah, queen f3 now looks like the win. Yeah, I mean, that must be right. Queen, king to g5. Rook e5, check. So let's see what the quickest mate is. King h6, queen e3 is going to be made. Yeah, rook e2. That is probably the only move. I mean, I don't know. Looks like. Interesting things here. Knight h6 check, for example. He cannot take, but he's got king h8. And this is going to hold. Yeah, I mean here rook d1 looks most natural. Let's do it. Yeah, and interpose check has resigned in view of the mate to come. Thanks for the game, interpose check. So we only have the ESP ES Spilver game going. And yeah, I wonder what happens next. Yeah, I get some good hints from the chat because, I mean, yeah. Knight e8 is the move expected by our expert in the chat. Tomorrowland now post a match. I've given up on my channels, Twitch and YouTube. I haven't done anything at all recently. There have been so many things that I had to do. But I want to do things actually. I have some ideas. But it's really difficult, you know, all kinds of things happening. And I didn't really have the a matter of time and a matter of simply like I don't know if it's a word, settlement, like you have a little bit of time to think about things, what you want to do and so on. I had some other projects, currently writing a paper book again, and that takes a bit of time. And other things, like my apartment, and didn't really get to things. Yeah, so 98 is expected, probably because it is the engine #1 choice. It's not played yet though, it's taking its time. Yeah, 98, I mean, it's not rocket science, probably this move, once you start to look into this a little bit. I'm not exactly sure what I'm threatening here. Yeah, knight h6 probably. Knight h6, king h8, bishop f6, pawn takes, queen takes, bishop g7, queen d8, mate. Yeah, this is part of this. Probably this is why 98 is the only move and given by the computer. I mean, it's hard to see something else, to be honest. Once you pointed to it. Tja. What I also want to do is just knight f1, g3 and get another attacker in. I mean, I'm busted on the queen side, but mate is more important. It takes a very long while here. There are some other things that don't work. I mean, for example, knight d7 or so. That is at least a draw. I can play knight h6 and draw after knight d7. But probably I can take bishop g7 and win. Bishop g7, bishop g7, queen g5 or something, mate on g7. He took on a2. Yeah, I wonder why isn't bishop h6 then not working? Yeah, bishop h6, king h8, bishop takes f6. And then some miracle move or what? Knight h6, king h8, bishop takes f6. What is the point there? If he takes it, queen takes f6, check, bishop g7, queen d8, I'm winning. Knight h6, king h8, bishop f6. He can't check me on b6, king h1. I don't see a follow-up. That covers, that friggin' covers d8. Yeah, anyway, I probably have to do it. Okay, that's a difficult move now. G takes, queen f6 is just mate. King h8 is the only move. Tja. Okay, so I'm taking f6. And now he has to go queen b6 check. I think. Yeah, found it. Great. Okay, now I have to play king h1. And now we can take it. Yeah, okay, so I'll take this. Bishop g7, knight f7 check, king g8. And then queen to e6. It still looks kind of dangerous. I'm not going to spend a lot of time now. Okay, so what happens now? Okay, knight f7, king g8, queen to e6. Threatens discoveries and threatens the rook on a2. Okay. Now threatening knight h6 with mate, and the rook is hanging. Huh. That's mate now. That's a double check, and mate on f7 or on g8. Yeah, it's mate. A bit of an odd game, really. Yeah, and yes, Pilver resigns. I'm mating on f7 or on g8. That's really odd. That was a really odd game. I didn't I didn't quite get some of the things that happened here. Anyway, that was a bit of a short simul. We had a technical issue and probably were suffering a little bit from the heat wave. Yeah, people don't want to stay at home. Yeah, I mean, I'm staying at home drinking tea, others drinking beer. What is more healthy? I don't know. Probably the beer garden is still more healthy. You're outside. It's always good to have fresh air. Anyway, I hope you still enjoyed this a little bit unusual session. And I'll be back in July, hopefully with more of a crowd around for playing. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye, guys.